wanted to cover some frequently asked questions when you are collecting and donating school supplies that perhaps you would have, or perhaps some individuals that are collecting and donating school supplies for you would have. Of course, this is not all of the questions. You are certainly welcome to email me anytime or call the office anytime for any questions that are not covered here. My email again is amy, A-M-Y, @developafrica.org. So who can hold a school supplies drive? Anyone. Everyone can. You can be a student in a classroom doing it for a class project. You can be a Girl Scout, a Boy Scout, doing your projects. You can be a teacher, a business owner, an entire school, an entire club, an entire organization or group. There's no restriction. You do not need to be a certain age. You do not need to collect a certain amount of school supplies. Anybody can hold a school supplies drive. What items should you collect? Well, here is a list of items that are definitely useful. There's no electricity in a lot of the homes, so solar lights are something that a lot of students need for studying. Of course, like any student, being able to have a backpack or a bag of some sort to carry your school supplies and books in is necessary. Notebooks is one of the top items needed, for taking notes and doing schoolwork. Umbrellas and rain jackets are very helpful because there's a lot of rainy season and a lot of the students walk to school and back. So being able to have something keep them dry is quite useful. And, common stuff that all students need: rulers, pencils, erasers, pencil sharpeners, pens, calculators for older students, graph paper, regular loose leaf, colored pencils, crayons, and markers for art and drawing, chalk for blackboards, because a lot of classrooms are set up with blackboards still. For older students, certainly laptops, and younger ones for Kindles and e-readers to be able to read and do other work on their dictionaries, water bottles, paper, certainly open to arts and craft items, science equipment, pencil boxes, cases, and then if you happen to be a business or someone who helps with events or anybody that's come across where you would have multiple branded items, not a problem. We'll be happy to accept them as well. But again, anytime you have questions, this is not an exclusive list. And we do the new and or gently used, but please feel free to reach out to me anytime if you have questions. And as I was just saying, do we accept used school supplies? Yes, we welcome gently used school supplies. If it's not something that you feel you would pass along to somebody else to use, then maybe don't donate that. And as I said before, branded items, absolutely no problem. Feel free to email me anytime. You can send photos if you want to make sure it's not too used before you send it, or if it's something not on the list that you're not sure about. Again, please feel free to email me. Another question we get a lot is, can you include a letter or a note? And yes, you're welcome to do that. But your school supplies are going to be donated to a classroom. It's not necessarily going to go to an individual student who would be able to write back to you specifically. So certainly a student or the classroom would receive the note seeing that it came from, they would read your note in the class, but they wouldn't be writing a letter back to you. It's not a pen pal system. So our suggestion or recommendation is, if you do in fact want to have a relationship with a specific student, then we suggest that you sponsor a child. And we have classrooms that sponsor children. You can sponsor children as a club. You can sponsor children as a business. It does not have to be an individual sponsoring a child. And you can do it through, you can do a one-time donation for the year, or you can do a monthly donation, quarterly donation. There's a lot of different ways and opportunities. We have a school that sponsors 3 of our children, and they hold one annual fundraiser each year to support those 3 children. Perfectly fine with us. It doesn't, whatever way works for you guys is fine. You can learn more about our child sponsorship program at developafrica.org/child-sponsorship. Please feel free to ask me any questions if you have any regarding sponsorship or what your options and opportunities are. Another common question is, where can I drop off or ship my school supplies? Our office is located in Johnson City, Tennessee. So if that is close enough to you to drop your items off, absolutely feel free to drop off your items at our office. If you are close to New Brunswick, New Jersey, or Glen Burnie, Maryland, then there are also shipping companies in those 2 areas that you are welcome to drop off your supplies. But if you do that, then we ask that you please cover the shipping costs to ship it directly from the shipping company. If you're outside of the United States, we ask that you check with us. We do have a shipping organization in London. However, there are some customs and issues that we may run into. So by all means, please check with us first. Otherwise, you can ship them directly to our office, and you can see our address, phone number, and my email there. So please feel free to reach out anytime with questions on that. And then the next common question is, where are my school supplies going? It's great. You've held the drive, you've collected 5 boxes, 2 boxes, you've shipped them to us, and now where are they going? Primarily, they're going to Sierra Leone. And there are schools within Freetown, Bow, McKinney, and Kamowarney that we work with directly. But we also have schools that we work with in Liberia, Ghana, Cameroon, and Nigeria. We've even sent school supplies to other countries, such as Senegal, Niger, and Tanzania. If you have a specific area that you're interested in, and if you don't see it on this list, we possibly do not have the ability to get the school supplies there. But by all means, feel free to check with us if there's an area or a school that you're hoping to support. But we can't, outside of these areas, we can't promise that they would be able to go there. So regarding shipping, as I said, you are welcome to drop the supplies off if you live in an area that's close enough. But if not, then yes, you do need to cover the shipping cost to us, because not only do they need to get to our office, they need to then get shipped to Africa, and it gets very expensive, as you may be familiar with, and maybe you're not. But due to that, we can't cover 2 sets of shipping. So you need to cover the shipping costs or drop off to us. And then again, we have to cover shipping costs to Africa as well. So we greatly appreciate, not required, but we greatly appreciate any additional support to help us get to the next step. And here are a couple ways you could donate. And you can put a check or money order within your school supply box when you ship it out to us, or you can donate online. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or send me an email. So what is the cost? We usually open your boxes. You'll see your pictures of the different supplies collected. And then we are going to repackage them into large drums. And the cost of the drums is anywhere from $220 to $450 US dollars. And that's because there's a process of getting the drums picked up from our office, and then they have to be delivered to the shipping company. So there's multiple steps, and it can get very pricey. If you want specific costs or more information on that, please feel free to check with us. How long does it take for school supplies to get to Africa? It averages 3 to 6 months. And that is in part because it may not be directly shipped out. Again, we're filling drums. So it's possible that there may be a delay from the time we receive it till it's actually in a drum and being moved. And it's also, as I mentioned, we have the drums get loaded and then it goes to the shipping company. So that can take 2 to 3 weeks. And then once it gets to the shipping company, it's going to depend on when they are shipping out. So it may sit in their location for a couple of weeks until a big shipment goes out. So it can be anywhere from 3 to 6 months. But by all means, please feel free to always check back with me to see if your school supplies have arrived yet. And I will be happy to share pictures with you and updates with you as soon as I have additional information. Can you get photos of your school supplies being distributed? Absolutely. If I'm aware of what you shipped, if you sent the items directly to the warehouse, then we need to have photos and information in order for me to know that who it came from so that I could send you pictures. But if you sent school supplies and it's been a few months, check with me. If they've been distributed, we will absolutely have pictures to share and I will be happy to share them with you. So feel free to check with me. Again, my email's there, amy@developafrica.org. Can you get a tax receipt for your school supply donation? Absolutely. Just let me know that you would like a tax receipt. That can be included in your box. That can be emailing me to let me know that. If it's a tax receipt for the school supplies, I am not going to be able to put a value on that. So it is a blank form. And you can fill in the information as you see fit for that. But as far as any financial donations, then I can provide you with a tax receipt immediately. And if not, you would automatically, as long as I have some way to reach out to you, that I have an email or an address on file, then you will receive a tax receipt in January. Can you send me a letter or certificate showing that I held a school supply drive? Absolutely. Again, as I said before, if you can either email me or include in the box, for example, let's say it's a Girl Scout troop or maybe multiple Girl Scout troops. If you would like a letter for specific students, please make sure I have their names. If you would like a letter for multiple Girl Scout troops, please make sure I have each troop number, and I will be happy to do that. Or if it's a club, or maybe it's 3 or 4 students that do a school supply drive together, just let me know the name of everybody that has participated in coordinating it, and I will be happy to mail or email certificates. Just please make sure I get that information. And another common question is, can I donate school supplies outside of the U.S.? Yes, you can. But my best advice to you in that is please touch base with us, because sometimes there are custom fees or items will get held up in customs. So it's best for us to know what's going on and what's coming through. For example, if you're wanting to ship a gift to a specific child, it might be easier to donate the funds and allow that item to be purchased either within the United States so that it can be included in our shipment going out, or even actually purchased locally in Freetown or the area that it's being sent to. So our best advice is to please contact us, and we'll make sure you guys get the best way to get your item shipped out. If you have any other questions, like I said, this does not cover everything. These are just some common ones that I hear. By all means, please feel free. There is no silly questions. Feel free to reach out to us at our office or send me an email, and I will do my very best to get you an answer as soon as possible. Thank you again so much for doing this. Please let us know if you have any other questions.